Hi, everyone. Today is August 13th, 2025. I haven't made a video in a long time, but I wanted to go ahead and just share some updates with my progress in investing. Like everyone else, I am trying to get some passive income to retire. And I just wanted to let you know the progress. I started my journey, I guess my first property that I purchased was October 23, 2024. And as of today, I think I'm on my 15th um, property. I'm in contract on three, and they are bank owned as well, an REO. Um, Let me see here. Let me share my screen. And I've been busy because I will buy with a hard money loan, then I renovate, and then I refinance. So basically, I'm doing the Burr method within 90 days. And the reason I'm able to do it this quickly is because I have great contractors. I'm going to give you their name, Imperial Access Contracting, and they're out in southern Indiana. So I've been able to find my niche. Again, that's buying bank-owned properties. So these have been foreclosed on. And if you've seen my other videos, I buy them through Zome, auction.com. Those are two of the ones I bought through. There's hubzoo.com, but I haven't even had a chance to. I look, but I haven't bought any through them. I just want to share a fourplex I bought, and this was not on an auction. It was just listed on the MLS. I bought it in July 3rd, 2024 for $241,625,000. And there were tenants in there. They were renting it for $480 a unit. And so I had one unit vacant, and I raised everybody's rent by $100. So I got $580. And then the unit D was remodeled for about like 16,000. And I was able to rent it out for $1,700. My mortgage payment that included taxes and insurance was let me think here, 1,800, something like that. So the rent for all four was able to cover all the expenses each month, and I had like a 12% management fee. I paid for all of the utilities in this new unit, or I'm sorry, this midterm rental that I did. But the other three units, they paid for their own utilities except the water. So I took care of the water. And the one tenant, after change of ownership, decided to not pay rent. So I ended up evicting her. I gave her a chance, but then a friend of mine who's a property management, he has a property management company. He told me file eviction right away, and I gave her the benefit of the doubt. And you know what? It was just back and forth. So for 2 months, she didn't pay me rent. And when I started the eviction, the file, the complaint, I think I hired my an attorney to do it, and they charged like I want to say $400 or something because it was through my company that I work for. And since they do foreclosures, they gave me a great deal. So, anyways, we filed in October 1st, had a hearing on the 17th. Judge just asked, and I had my representative from my property co-host. He went there. And we have text messages from her. Bottom line was the judge asked, did you pay rent? She said no. And she tried to give some excuse saying I gave her 2 months free, nothing in writing. And then he just said she had to be out of there by October 25th. So I'm telling you, going into a state that is landlord friendly is the best for evictions. Okay, so what I wanted to show you was so it took a long time to get the other two units rented, but I'm sorry, not rented, renovated. I did have to go borrow money from other private money lenders to help renovate. Okay, I have a partner, but we just didn't have enough money because the down payment was already 20%, so it was almost like 50 grand that we spent. And then the first unit was 16,000, and then the second unit I borrowed $25,000 to renovate that. And then the last third and fourth one unit, literally I had to gut, even the subflooring was bad. That was 29,000. And then the other unit, I had to redo the flooring, and I think that was like another 17,000. So I borrowed, I think, another $40,000 to basically renovate the last three. And so here are the photos of, I'm going to show you photos of what it turned out. Some of these furniture I was able to buy used from people who were like, I try to go after people who do a rental arbitrage and they lost or their lease is up, so they have to sell the whole place. And sometimes it's easier for them as well. They make their money back from doing their Airbnb. So I bought $2,500 for a home that was a 4 bedroom, 4 baths. So I bought everything in it for 2,500. Uh, but I had to pay for the transportation and stuff like that. So it was still cheaper than $10,000 to buy all new furniture because I got extra furnishing to house another house that I have. Just wanted to show you what it looks like. We did accent walls. So my fourplex is 1 bedroom, 1 bath, about ranging from 730 square feet to 780, I think. I get appliances for almost 60 to 70% off retail. So I got a good connection for that. And I think the only thing that will save me is finding furnishings that are cheap. And that way I could um, get a better deal. So I went and refinanced this. Literally, we closed the escrow on August the 4th, 2025. There's no comps that will give me the value that I wanted. Okay. So the lender that I used, they did a DSCR loan, and he said, based on the rental incomes, and I told him I could rent each unit for $1,700, which would give me $6,800 rental income. He said he could go up to a value of 440,000. So ARV, 440,000. And the appraiser is someone I've worked with because he bids and he gets a lot of my appraisals through the bank that I use. So it literally took him almost 3 weeks to research, because if you were just going to go by comps from other fourplexes in the area, there is nothing that will show sold at 440,000. Okay. So he had to go far. He had to go way back in time. Then he ended up going to look at other owners that are doing midterm rentals, and he found some condos that were brand new, and the owner was renting them fully furnished for like 22, 2,300. So to make a long story short, he gave me a value of $425,000, and it was based on income and not on sold comps. And so the lender was able to give me cash out 80% loan to value. Okay, so I got a loan for $340,400. This covered and paid the two private money lenders. I still had to pay the contractor for renovations. And so between my partner and I, we were both able to get about what was my numbers? About 20,000 each back. And if you recall, he and I, or my partner and I, both put about 25,000 down. And then the first unit that we renovated was 16,000. So we both split 8,000 on that. So, all in all, not so bad with my strategy here. So let me just keep going with the photos so you can see. Okay, so that is one unit. Um, There's another unit. Um, um, I think, oh, this is like unit. The other one was unit A. This is unit B. These are my lower level units. I tried to save on the money, so I didn't do the tile. But the people who rents these units, I'm near hospital, so I can get medical professionals or contract workers. And again, midterm rentals is someone who stays 30 days and longer. Okay. This was unit D, the first unit that let me think here, renovated. No, sorry. This is unit C. This is the one that I had to evict the tenant, and it was awful. So yes, we had to do the whole unit. There's flooring, new paint, this accent wall. Um, yeah, so I put new flooring in every unit. There, it's LVP, so that it doesn't get damaged. I've seen laminate in some of these other properties, and even though they did it like 4 or 5 years ago, it gets trashed. I told my guys to use Swiss coffee for the paint. Okay. All right, this is actually the first unit that was vacant, unit D. Uh, the paint, I decided to keep the paint because that's why it's not white. The furniture, I had my guys drive through Austin, Texas, and there was someone I knew. He was doing a rental arbitrage. He had 5 2 bedrooms and 1 3 bedroom units, and he leased it for a year, and he told me, hey, I'll sell it to you, everything furniture except appliances for $2,500, the 3 bedroom for $3,500. I mean, when you do midterm rentals, you need to get everything, like the spoons, the linens, the so my guys, I flew my guys down, and then they rented two 28-foot U-Haul trucks and drove it back to southern Indiana. And I couldn't believe it. 3 guys. I don't know how they packed it, but they said these furniture was really heavy. So as you can see, I don't know. Now I can see this is the first unit my contractors ever did for me. Now they're on like my 10th property or something. I trust them. We are partners in other properties now because I'm showing them how they're partnering with me because I can get the financing. And I'm at the point where I've got enough experience that the hard money lenders are now letting me do 100%. They're financing 100% for me. And so sometimes you need to bite the bullet. You know, initially when I first did it, I had to put 20% down, and then it went to 10, and then now I can do 100%. So just wanted to show you where I'm at. This is one video, and I'm actually testing out my microphone because all my other videos suck because I was using my Sony headphones that also work as a microphone. And I think someone even commented that the volume sucks. So right now I'm testing this out. Um, so that's it for now. This is a fourplex I bought in Newburgh, Indiana, and there's another unit that just showed up or just got listed for sale at 345 with long-term tenants paying $750. But those are two bedrooms, you know, so it's so funny. I'm the only fourplex, and there's probably like 10 on the street. Everybody has two bedrooms, and I have one bedroom. So, I'm holding off on that one. I did send all the owners on the street to see if they wanted to sell their fourplexes because this is a really good area. Anyways, all right. Good night.